Okay, so it is still Tuesday, July 19th, 2022. We have arrived in Berlin. The train station is behind us, the Reichstag is in front of us, and we're going to go around and see some things. Alright, we're standing right out in front of the Reichstag building. This building houses the lower parliament, the Bundestag. The Reichstag was constructed in 1894, shortly after German unification into one country, and was in use until 1933 when it was set on fire. Reconstruction took place in the 60s, but because West Germany's capital was Bonn, the parliament did not return here until after German reunification in the 90s. All right, so we are standing in front of the Brandenburg Gate. We are on the eastern side. And of course, the Brandenburg Gate has an extensive history, which I'll talk about in a second. But in my opinion, it is most famous for being that standoff point between the East and the West during the Cold War. All right, construction of the Brandenburg Gate began in 1788 and ended in 1791. It was built under the orders of the Prussian King Frederick William II. And it was the entryway to Unter den Linden, which leads directly to the Berliner Schloss, the palace of the Prussian monarchs. Okay, so let's journey on under the Brandenburg Gates towards West Berlin. All right, my English-speaking friends, that balloon is not telling us to die. That is D, and it means the. Okay, now we are at the Denkmal für den ermordeten Juden, the memorial for the murdered Jews of the Holocaust. Alright, and then sort of off the beaten path, we have located this old DDR watchtower. Alright, so we are looking at a preserved portion of the Berlin Wall. It stretches all the way towards the stoplight. Alright, so we are at the entry point for Checkpoint Charlie. Alright, let me practice my Russian again. Вы знаете, в американский сектор носит оружие запрещено в неслужебное время. Повинуйтесь дорожным правилам. I don't know how good that was. Some Russian speakers, let me know. All right, this side for leaving the American sector. Вы выезжаете из американского сектора. Okay, so it's about 2:20. We are still in Berlin. That would be 8:20 in the morning back home. And we are on the famous Unter den Linden streets in what was once East Berlin. Alright, so this is the Berliner Schloss. It was the primary residence of the Hohenzollern Prussian monarchs from 1443 to 1918. The building was damaged during the Allied bombings in 1945 and completely demolished by the East German authorities in 1950. It was recently rebuilt with the construction being completed in 2020. Okay, we're standing out in front of the Berliner Dom, the Berlin Cathedral. You can see in the distance the Berliner Fernsehturm, the Berlin TV tower. Okay, so the Berliner Dom was constructed under the orders of Kaiser Wilhelm II on the site of previous churches of several Christian denominations. Construction of the modern cathedral was completed in 1905 and was intended to be Protestantism's rival to St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. The Hohenzollern crypt is located downstairs. Okay, we are inside the Berlin Cathedral. Alright, so we are getting ready to leave Berlin. We're heading back to the train station. You can see the Reichstag behind us, right where we started. We saw most of the things on the list that I wanted to see today. There is one thing I missed that I can add for a future visit to Berlin. It is still extremely hot, and so we're gonna head off to the train station where we can cool off.